Hey guys, Jarek and Mookie here, going to be doing some more Halo. This time we're doing some Halo 4. I jumped into the SWAT playlist, and as I said before, and I don't really understand why it's like this, but the SWAT playlist is only Halo 2, Halo 2 Anniversary, and Halo 4. No Halo 3, no Halo 1. I would really like to see that being changed.
Yeah, it would be pretty nice. Although, SWAT in Halo 3 was...
It was weird.
Significantly different.
It felt very weird.
Yeah. Because of the having to lead your shots and all that stuff, it was definitely...
The bullet travel time made it feel less aimbody almost. I have no other better way to describe that.
Yeah, the fact that it wasn't hit scan all over the place.
Yeah. In Halo 2, it generally felt like whoever shot first won, unless that person just had horrible aim. Halo 3, it wasn't like that. But I kind of liked that too, because it generally rewarded the better person for stopping and kind of figuring out the situation before just shooting panically.
Of course.
Panically, is that a word? I'm gonna make that a word.
It is now. It is now.
But yeah, if I had one word to describe this game, rusty. I have not played Halo 4 in a while. The aiming feels very different from the previous Halo games. There was a lot of kills I should have gotten that I did not, but it was still a decent enough game to upload, so we'll have some Halo 4 SWAT.
Halo 4 just is extremely odd when compared to the other Halo games. Just...
Yeah, it generally is. I'm not really a giant fan of it. I don't like or hate it, really. But when it comes to... I find myself not ever wanting to actually play it in the Master Chief Collection, though. Like, I would much rather play Halo 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm not alone in that.
I'm fairly certain you're not.
I actually have not seen Halo 4 show up in any of the other playlists other than SWAT.
I believe it's in Slayer as well, but I could be wrong about that.
In fact, I haven't even set up my, the loadouts. Oh,
yeah. You kind of need to do that.
Well,
if you want to be cool like everybody else online, it's just BRs.
Well, that's better than the start of Halo 4, where it was nothing but freaking DMRs and bolt shots.
Yep. That is very true.
I am never going to forget that, and I'm always going to have, like, a bitter spot in my heart for the launch of Halo 4, for how terribly broken the balance in that game was.
Yeah, don't know why they decided a 4-shot or a 5-shot battle rifle was a good idea.
I did like later on Halo 4, after they decided to balance everything, the game was far more enjoyable, and they started adding in other playlists like the Team Action Stack playlist, which kind of should have been there since launch, but I really hope they bring that back for the Master Chief Collection. Because those game modes were just, you know, you say you've had a few bad games, and you're just kind of off for the day, I guess. You're kind of not doing good. Screw it, let's just jump into some railgun rocket launcher stuff. Why not? I did see Gun Goose Capture the Flag show up earlier, but I didn't get voted.
Oh, that's nuts. Gun Goose was at Halo 2 Anniversary. It must have been.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I don't quite know how that would turn out. Is Gun Goose Capture the Flag, like, did they force you to be on a Gun Goose?
I'm not entirely sure myself, you know?
Like, I'm curious as to how that would play.
Probably, like,
it sounds like the best idea ever, though.
It does.
It's kind of like how... God, what was the Rocket Hog races, which I'm forgetting the actual name of?
Rocket Race.
Yes.
Is that what it was?
No. Was it? Whatever. You know what I'm talking about, though. Like, those games were so fun.
Yes.
The amount of times that the vehicle flipped over, I started getting stuck into that animation of the vehicle flipped over, so you need to get out of the vehicle now. But then it started spinning and just launched me across the map. I have a video uploaded somewhere of that happening.
It's amazing. Oh, Halo.
The physics in Halo have always been really weird, kind of wonky.
Oh, yes. Especially the older games. Being able to knock a rocket launcher across the map with a grenade in Halo 1 was just the most ridiculous thing.
Halo 1, it didn't exactly have the best physics for the vehicles at all. They were so floaty, and then the moment they touched you, you just died.
Yep.
So that's something I didn't really care for. I liked how goofy everything was, and the fact that when somebody died from an explosion, their weapons are going to be bouncing all over prisoner for the next 5 minutes. Which doesn't seem to happen in Master Chief Collection anymore. They seem to be like lagging all over.
I'm not entirely sure.
It's kind of weird.
It's a little weird.
But hey, I should probably start answering other questions instead of ignoring them. Now is a good time to answer this question since I'm playing Halo 4. I don't remember who asked me this, but someone asked my opinion on Halo 5. Halo 5, I can't really say much about it because I haven't really played it yet. I want to speak about it and sound like an ass, but again, I haven't played it, so I really don't have a valid opinion. What I can say is I'm not really too thrilled with what I've seen so far. The thing that particularly has turned me off are all the player callouts. They seem to be going the complete Call of Duty route with, we're going to give the player as much feedback as possible, but we're going to be doing it in a way that holds their hand. Which I don't like. And maybe it's just the fact that the voices they've used for it.
It could be. I
Like,
mean,
I'm sure you've heard the voices they've been using for the player callouts.
oh yes, yeah.
They sound like they're straight out of Call of Duty. Like, they do not sound Halo-oriented at all.
like Halo 1 through 3, the Master Chief's voice was so iconic. It was so deep and, I don't want to say raspy. It was more smooth, but, you know, it wasn't your standard soldier.
If Master Chief was into any music, it would be blues. With that voice.
Blue team, if you will.
Red team's better.
Yeah, whatever. Matter of opinion. Anyway.
Which totally reminds me, I don't know why they chose the shade of red they chose for Halo 4. It's like not really red, it's like lighter. I mean, it's red, but it's like light red.
It's pink. It's almost pink.
It looks kind of gross, to be honest. But we're getting... What was I even talking about?
You were talking about the player callouts in Halo 5 and how they sound gross. See, the thing is, like, in competitive multiplayer, like, it was up to the players to call out enemy location.
It's situational awareness, entirely.
Yeah.
The game is now telling you everything what's going on. You don't even need to be paying attention anymore.
You don't even need to, like, have a reliable team. Like, because the AI does it for you.
For randoms online, I can see... See, I don't really like the approach. I understand it for randoms online and getting the mainstream to start playing their game, but I don't... You shouldn't be making it with that logic in mind. Like, that genuinely annoys me. I want a good game that I can take seriously, not a good game that's going to be a time waster.
Mm-hmm.
And it, you know, there's nothing wrong with the second part of that, unless you've changed significantly from the previous games. A lot of times in this game, going off topic, a lot of times in this game that you're watching right now, I actually thought someone was AFK. They weren't AFK, they were just sitting in the back of the map in their scope.
They were just scoped in, just waiting for people?
Dude, there is such a logic breakdown when it comes to SWAT. See, SWAT for me, like, I played so many games like Red Orchestra where you die so quickly that I naturally understand kind of how things work.
Of course.
I am incredibly aggressive within trying to stay safe when playing SWAT. So typically I am the more aggressive player. When it comes to SWAT and people get less health, they usually go very defensive and like camp, which you'd think with this game mode would work. It doesn't work.
It really does not, because you do respawn instantly, so all that time you wasted, like, sitting in your scope in the back of the map, you could have killed like 2 or 3 people by running into them and getting the better shot on them.
I also noticed something from Halo 2 Anniversary. The respawn time in SWAT is long. I don't like that at all.
Weird.
They gave you like a 5-second respawn timer. I don't know why. I
don't know
can't
how it was
imagine
in
why
other
they would
games.
do that. It wasn't that way for Halo 2.
Strange.
Speaking of Halo 2, man, Halo 2 SWAT just felt so natural. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the hit scan. I don't know if it's the fact that you're using a rifle that you can just like sweep across the room and kill 5 people.
I will say something about the BR in Halo 2, even though it's not the Halo 1 pistol, something about it was satisfying.
For SWAT particularly, it just kind of worked. I don't even know why, and I can't even explain it, but it just worked, and I loved it. It doesn't quite...
By the way, just getting triples, you know, triples for days.
Dude, I'm not even impressed when that happens because SWAT.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, if you have fast aim, you can just wreck their entire team in under a second. They don't even know.
They're like, oh, where did those shots come from?
This
And
game
they're
in
dead.
general, yeah. This game in general, I had moments of brilliance and moments of failure. And that's Halo 4's brilliant hit detection.
Nope.
That is something I have not forgotten. This is the whole reason I actually stopped playing Halo 4 SWAT, is that the hit detection was so bad, I would get headshots that were hit markers. Which, you know, in retrospect, probably isn't too different from Halo 2 bleeding out of their head and not getting kills in SWAT, but now you have hit markers, which makes it seem even more frustrating.
Yeah.
You
It
know,
visually represents, like, how bad their hit detection is.
yeah. A lot of people give like Call of Duty praise for basically making hit markers and popularizing them. But in all reality, games had been kind of doing similar things, like, you know, Halo 1 with that boot noise when you shot them
At least
for a
in
long
PC.
time. I honestly prefer the noise over a hit marker.
Yeah, the noise is actually kind of nice.
Because it kind of makes people pay more attention to what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I like player feedback, but within the restrictions of not holding their hand.
Yeah.
If there's anything has happened within games over the last whole generation, too much hand holding, way too much hand holding. Let me play the game I want to play, and let me do it in the way I want to do it.
As much as I dislike Gears of War, I have to say they did a very good job of describing how blood is a very good way of communicating, doing damage to an enemy. Like, it's good player feedback because...
Well, they had a lot to learn after Gears of War 1, how it took 5 years to kill anything.
Dear Lord, yeah, don't even get me started.
Like,
Just
I
that
did not
game.
like Gears of War 1, because it took so freaking long to kill anything. In any game where enemies become bullet sponges, and they can soak up more damage than you, yet also do more damage to you, makes it feel unfair. To me.
Absolutely.
And I didn't find that fun. I liked Gears of War 2 and I liked Gears of War 3, though, because they definitely toned that down.
Mm-hmm.
And they also made Gears of War 2 and 3 more... There were more colors in the game. It wasn't, like, brown. Everything was brown. And the characters suddenly became more interesting. They weren't just like, I am tough space marine.
Yeah, yeah.
That was, like,
Gears
the
is
extent of
notorious
it.
for
That was, like, the extent of Gears of War 1. Now it was like, I am tough space marine, but I'm also funny.
Right?
That's how it changed. It was fun. Anyway, 33 kills. It didn't feel like I was doing that good, but apparently I was. Someone on my team died 22 times. Dear God.
Jeez.
Anyway, there's been some Halo 4 SWAT. I haven't uploaded anything more from Halo 4, so if you don't like Halo 4, no need to leave a comment. I know it's not a favorite game, but have some SWAT anyway.